Yo, 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 is it live? Is it live? Is it live? Yes, I think our streaming is working. I hope it is. You know, let's get it going. Ooh, something was off. Well, then, smell that. Cool. Uh-oh. That look a little hot. Yeah, I'm hot. Shit. Let's get it. Ooh, yeah. Okay. What's up, everybody? You know what I'm saying? Let me put this right here. Oh, yeah. So you can see just a little bit better than you're supposed to. Uh, well, I would like to say, you know what I'm saying? Welcome. You know what I mean? It's the Friday before the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? It's going to be a great matchup. It's going to be the San Francisco 49ers, you know what I'm saying, against the Kansas City Chiefs. And personally, I want the San Francisco 49ers to win because Purdy is playing his ass tech off. You know what I mean? I'm not going to even lie. Oh, we're going to put the buzz behind it. Purdy is playing his ass tech off. I respect what Mahomes is doing. You know, Taylor Swift needs to keep singing. You know what I mean? Taylor Swift needs to keep swinging and get up off the football field. You know what I'm saying? Just like that, just like that. There we go. There I go, there I go, there I go. I would like to say welcome. You know what I mean? Definitely. It is Friday, February 9th, 2024. You know what I'm saying? Or 2024 or Dos Centennial. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I would like to say what's up. And I am Michael Coates. You know what I'm saying? Your voice of choice. Welcome to 1438 North Ninth Hillside, the podcast. And it is a Hillside production coming to you, you know what I'm saying, directly. Ooh. Did we just do that? Did we just do that? We didn't even have Facebook on. You know what I'm saying? So how do we reroute that? You know what I mean? We move and we groove. You know what I mean? We talking about meltdowns. You know what I mean? And the implications and where did it come from? You know, self-sabotage. You know, and things like that of that nature. You know, I had a meltdown yesterday. Things weren't working right, so I snapped. You know what I mean? Did I tear anything up? No, because. Oh, as a grown man, I got to learn to do things a little bit differently. You know what I mean? And that's just all what it is. You know, 51 going strong, loving life and living it and keep on good doing it. A black man telling a black man's story. You know what I'm saying? Coming from the beautiful place of Hillside Projects. You know what I mean? And born in that wonderful city of Chicago. You know what I'm saying? For the Taylors. You know what I'm saying? You know, to the east side, all the way to the west side. You know, Van Buren, give it up a hand, y'all. You know, because we're gonna give out some. You know what I'm saying? Let it fold, let it grow. You know what I'm saying? Want to see some more? Tell your mama, tell your sister, tell a friend that the story is about to begin. And who do you have the pleasure in being in front of? You know what I'm saying? It's the conversation to the mid-side. You know, and I'm talking about meltdowns, and this is part two. You know what I mean? And traditions carried on from slavery. You know what I mean? They gave us an extra day this month. They gave us an extra day this month, but I'm black 365 days a year. So let's move and let's groove and we're going to talk about it. So I had a meltdown, you know what I mean? And having a meltdown, you know, I often tear up things that I need, you know, as far as my equipment or something that I need or like, or tear, you know, damn it, I got me and TVs do not. With the TVs, I think I'm like 10 and 0, you know, over the years. I think I'm like 10 and 0. You know what I'm saying? I got so mad one time I was with my ex, you know, and I was with my ex and I got so mad because we was trying to watch Survivor. We're big Survivor fans and things like that. And so I'm trying to watch Survivor, and so it's not working right. So I just got pissed. And we had a TV in the bedroom. And when you got a TV in the bedroom, you get fat. When you got a TV in the bedroom, you get fat. When you eat in the bedroom, you get fat. How do I know? Because I used to be 384 pounds at my highest. And if you want to check that out, you can go to at OG773 Fitness on Instagram, and become a subscriber. And if you're on YouTube right now, if you're on Facebook right now, or YouTube and Facebook, you know what I'm saying, become a subscriber, send your man some stars. It is a pleasure to get to know y'all. Welcome, to 1438 North Ninth, the podcast. Like I said, we talking about meltdowns. The traditions are what carried on from slavery. You know what I mean? What was done to us as a black people, a black nation, a proud people, a proud nation, a black people, a black nation, a proud people, a proud nation. You know what I'm saying? What was done to us to make us feel insignificant? What Jim Crow laws were put down? You know what I'm saying? What institutions are still up to this day to hold us back? You know what I'm saying? They didn't want us to talk. They didn't want us to get together. They didn't want us to communicate. They said we were stupid. They said we were derived from apes. You out your goddamn mind. We kings. You know what I'm saying? The real Jews. You know what I'm saying? To claim the Holy Land. You know what I'm saying? Olive toe skin and woolly hair. And I'm gonna give a big kiss out to black culture. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big kiss out to the black woman. I'm gonna give a big kiss out to the black queen that has endured so many days and so many times, with the suffrage of relationships and bad people to tear you down, whether it's family, whether it's friends, whether it's people outside of you, you know what I'm saying? A big kiss out to the black queen who has endured, Henrietta Lacks, the Moniques of the world, you know what I'm saying? The Taraji P. Hensons, you know what I'm saying? The Stellas of the world. You know what I'm saying? Big kiss, big kiss, big kiss. You know what I'm saying? To all the black godmothers, the big mamas. You know what I'm saying? We're going to move and we're going to groove. You know what I'm saying? Open it up. So, like I said, I had a meltdown. The YouTube wasn't acting right. Facebook was on swizzle, my nizzle, you know what I'm saying? And it goes there, and oh, don't do that. That's the painting. The painting is worth some monies. Monies, monies, monies. Is money the king? Hell no. A pleasant life without no strife. A beautiful success without too much stress is good. That's what I'm going to say. You know what I mean? So, like I said, meltdowns. I had a meltdown. I was about to tear some things up. I slammed my hands on the table. I have to get it together. You know what I'm saying? I'm 51 years old. And not only that, I might have to change this, damn it, because I got it in the wrong spot. We change and we're evolving, Michael. There is a curve, and so with that being said, where did the meltdown come from? What's the history of the meltdown? And why do I feel like I gotta, tear some up to show my power, or demand instant gratification from myself? Because that instant gratification comes with an instant consequence. The instant gratification comes with an instant consequence that I have to bear the lurid details of. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a part of being life. You know what I'm saying? I want to give a big shout out to anybody that's up on here. What's up to my girl named Kim? You know what I'm saying? And we giving a shout out. Hey, loyal. You know what I mean? Got to keep moving. Hell, got to give a big kiss because there's no more pain, and no more suffrage, and you keep moving, So hell, let's turn it up just a little bit, and then hey, hold on, come on, getting together. Testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. Take the echo off, leave the monitor on. Yeah, because I ain't gonna lie. We're right there, right there, right there. There we go. We can hear that man's voice, So, like I said, what is the origins, of the of the meltdown, and how can what do I need to do and put it in place where I can not receive the consequences of a meltdown and use my critical thinking process skills, you know what I'm saying, to alleviate that from myself. You know what I mean? We're going to do that right there. You know what I'm saying? except for what are the historical implications of the meltdown? And like I explained yesterday, when what rotates on its own axis is the sermon that Willie Lynch gave in 1886, and I think it was 1802 to about 1886. You know what I mean? He was down in the West Indies. Him and a bunch of other farmers and plantation owners. They had their hand, in the servitude of people of color. You know what I mean? And that's where Cujo Baines, Khujobaines, Cujo Baines. Not the movie that Stephen King made, the real black man, Cujo Baines, Khujobaines. Read about that man's history, and what he did. He did not scream. You know what I mean? When they pried his mouth open, he bit through his tongue so they could not hear him scream. you know and like I said, I talked about the bank, and I talked about a few other things, about how the bank was transferred and how we created an underground economy, you know what I'm saying, to keep us going and flowing, with our big cousin, smelting teeth, what I'm saying, in precious metals like gold, like platinum, like silver, like aluminum, like copper, what I'm saying, to get it right here like this. This is called the bank, baby. You know what I mean? You see that? It's not called a grill, it's called the bank. Is called the bank. When you die, they opened your mouth. That's what paid for the funeral. That's what paid for the feast. And that's what paid for this jumping the broom, what I'm saying, between the plantations. You know what I'm saying? Just like that. You know, and when you talk about ingenuity and people that can't think, God damn, well, we created an underground economy that still exists to this day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I mean? When I speak with my mouth, I talk about money. You know what I'm saying? Most people ain't worth ish. So when I spit on you, you know what I'm saying, to smack you or something, you understand, you worth 65. You know what I mean? You ain't never been worth nothing in your whole life, but now you're worth 65. You understand? We're going to keep it going like that. Give us some music, you know? So and like I said, they took the strongest, they took the strongest black man, and they broke him, whether they broke him with a whip, whether they broke him through killing him, chopping off his feet, chopping off his fingers, breaking his knees and breaking him down, and just doing something salacious that you wouldn't even do to a goddamn animal. You know what I'm saying? It's what was done to us year after year after year, time after time. You can't throw a person away. You know what I mean? You got to understand where the meltdown came from, and as I track you back to understand the importance of it with diabetes, eating from feces and fecal things of fecal matter like that, you know what I mean? Emphysema, eczema, my eczema is kicking my ass tech right now. I get to looking like a lizard every part of the year at some time. Why do I have eczema? Why did my little brother succumb to diabetes? You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna give it, a nice, universal shout out to my brother, Brian Fitzgerald Coates. I love you, boy. You know what I mean? Just like that, and we're going to do it like this because he used to like 380s. Let it shoot, let it go. You know what I mean? So as they broke our culture and we created underground economies, what still existed palatially, you know what I mean, is the sermon of Mr. Willie Lynch. You know what I'm saying? The sermon of him, like he said, you keep the people, he said, you keep the darker people in the fields and you take the lighter ones of fair skin or fair color, or the ones that you have reared. And he talking to the plantation owners, or the ones that you have reared, keep them in the inside and give them the good clothes. Let them eat at the table. Let them be seen eating at the table. So the ones that are out in the field that are working, they build, hate and anger and an attitude towards the lighter ones. You have them do lighter chores and lighter duties and even bed them. You know what I mean? So once you create that distinction right there, it's perpetual. It's perpetual. You know what I mean? Hate and misogyny will last a millennia. One thing about humans, they carry things. They're just like ants, you know what I mean? They're just like any other beast on the Serengeti, you know what I mean? But we carry things logically and philosophically, and we pass it on through the power of communication, just like I'm communicating with y'all right now. You know what I'm saying? I want to give y'all a big shout out. And through the art of communication, you can understand, okay, what's passed down. And so that mistrust, that dislike, that you're not part of us, you know what I mean? All that is ingrained into us because we seen our big cousin get broke down. We seen a horse pull him apart. We seen them chop him up in front of us, and everybody cowered down. And they did so rightfully so, because it was done brutal. It was done brutally. It was done brutally, and it was unmajestic, and it was meant to cause fear, and it did. And it did. And I want to say what's up, a big what's up to my girl Kim, a big what's up to my man Randy. You know what I'm saying? Keep moving. What's up, Wisconsin? You know what I'm saying? And I say ill to the night, but really Lamb Park or Hillside, you know what I'm saying? And you got to. And I think it's really that y'all are all here, and as I explained, the meltdown, and it has a historical value that I'm taking you all the way back, you know what I mean, to the hut, to the plantation, you know what I mean? And how does that mistrust and that anger towards a darker person or a lighter skinned person, how would it be perpetual? You know what I mean? Because it lasts, you know what I mean? And as they did it for over, 400 years, you know what I'm saying? You you're gonna build up, habits. Once you do something over 10 times, it becomes habitual. And once it's habitual, it is a habit. You know what I mean? Talking and gossiping about something, then that's something that you're interested in. And 50 Cent said it the best. He said, my grandfather said, 50 said that, my grandfather said, you only gonna get as far as the person that you talk to every day for nothing. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to see that video, you could go on YouTube. But like 50 grandfather said, he said, you only gonna make it as far as the person that you talk to every day for nothing. And that is a hard truth and a hard reality. You know what I mean? So you won't make it that far. You know what I mean? As far as the person that you talk to every day for nothing. So if you're sitting on a stoop every day, and just watching cars go by, like I used to do that in Milwaukee. I used to do it in Chicago. You know what I mean? Because once the day was done, I was young, went to school, hung out, played with people. We used to watch the lightning bug and all that good things. But the historical implication and going back to the plantation. So as they built that mistrust, it's perpetual. It's perpetual. It lasts. It keeps going and it moves. So what does the mother do? The mother takes the son and say, you can't be too strong. You can't stick out. You know what I mean? I want you to live. I want you to survive this. I want you to not be wanted by the mistress. You know what I mean? Except for as that boy body's developed, and he gets to thinking on his own, then the mother has to put him in a place to where he doesn't want to hurt himself. You know what I mean? So incur with the beatings. You know what I mean? And you have to break when you got a strong-willed black man like myself. When you got a strong-willed black man like myself, you got to constantly put me in pain, and delicious. Mm. I feel sorry for y'all that don't live in the state that's not legal, because damn, fire. Mm. See the Batman. That is the Cape Crusader. Yeah, I'm an overhead. I'm definitely an overhead. Shout out to 73, baby. Shout out to 73. Oh, you got to show it. You know? And I can understand that point, but I'm only. No. So you're not understanding. So let me lay the point down. So as I'm explaining this, you got to hear the whole entire point, and sometimes that's the misunderstanding a person might get. So that mistrust that was placed is perpetual. It's not to say that black men don't like lighter skinned, don't like dark skinned black men don't like dark skinned black women. You know what I mean? That's the wrong conversation. We'll do that at a different time. You know what I mean? What I'm saying is, the meltdowns that I'm having. Where's the anger coming from? The anger comes from all the way back to 600 years, to being captive, to being, put under pressure, to being isolated, to being killed, to being maimed, raped, stolen of culture, robbed of history, no value, and without sanctuary. Look at the book Without Sanctuary. I want to give everybody a chance. Look at the book Without Sanctuary. And I have to be poignant and with a wide explanation as to why I had my meltdown, because it goes all the way back. It was taught. It's traditional. You know what I mean? And it's a way. It was a way of trying to get a mother trying to get her son not to be killed, and to understand, you can't just go out there, because when they call him Mr. Charlie or Mr. Tom or boss, you know what I mean? And, you know, it was a different time. They made them up as they went. There was no laws. They made them up as they went. You know what I mean? They made them up to fit themselves. And who am I talking about? The colonizers. And if this is your first time joining me, I would like to welcome you to 1438 North Night, the podcast. And I am your voice of choice. You know what I'm saying? The one and the only conversation. They call me Michael Coates. You know what I mean? A Gen X cross generational specialist speaking, as a street talking motivational speaker, putting myself up on the line and giving up my skeletons and everything that makes me have secrets. I'm going to put it on the line. We're going to talk about it. We're going to tell about it, and we're going to keep on moving. Meltdowns and historical value, and where do they come from? You know what I mean? As a mother is trying to save her black child, then she beat him. She beat him. She beat him. She tried to break him. She wanted him to not look, Mr. Charlie or Mr. Tom with a boss in the eye. She didn't want him to challenge, and that's what alphas do. We challenge. You know what I'm saying? We challenge. We say why. We say, why can't I have? We say, why can't I do? I'm going to tell my story. And once again, you know what I'm saying? Tell your mama, tell your sister, tell a friend that the story did begin. You know what I mean? And we rock and we roll. We do what we do. And as she beat her son to get him to live, to get him to not be ostentatiously, adept enough to have enough bravery, to stand up for himself, to stand up for the atrocities that he's seen, with his sisters or his cousin or things like that. You know what I mean? To be a helpless culture without sanctuary, you know what I mean, is not. Every culture attacks black culture, yet instead we survive like silverfish, and we migrate and we move and we elevate past what is done to us, and we think, you know. And America, you better be glad we didn't want motherfucking revenge. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say that again. America, you better be glad we don't want motherfucking revenge. Just like that, And as one is trying to be broken, into a way, there were certain disciplines I was trying to be taught when I was growing up. I was taught that when I see white people coming down the street, I should step to the side, let them go past, bow my head and say, have a nice day. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck am I, Phil? You know what I'm saying? And do you know who Phil is? That's what they call all the black streetcar, butlers, and servicemen. They called them Phil because after the white man died who owned the goddamn train, they called all the black men Phil. Thank you, Phil. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Phil. Here's 50 cent, Phil. Here's a dime, Phil. You know what I mean? That's where the privilege comes from. The privilege comes from people think that they own us. You don't own black people. Just like that. That's where that privilege comes from. So look at the book Without Sanctuary. You know what I'm saying? Because, white culture, y'all are responsible. You know what I mean? And even I love my family that, what I'm saying, are white. You know what I'm saying? I'm just talking my truth and speaking my reality. You know what I mean? And I love y'all with my entire heart. And I wouldn't do nothing to make you feel insignificant or not loved. Because I love y'all with my entire heart. And y'all know that. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. We keep moving. And I'm giving y'all a big, and we keep moving. And as the traditions were passed down and to go through the millennia, you know, they a lot of people say, why do they always congregate in small spots, in small places here and there? Because if you were captured and then you were put into measures of solitude, and somebody sitting on the porch with a rocking chair and a shotgun, you know what I mean, and you couldn't go outside of that cabin, and there's about 20, 30 people in that cabin sleeping in dirt floors, you're cooking on the floor outside, there's animal remains, and that's your food. And then, you eating with the raccoons, you know what I mean. And I heard a verse, and I don't think, no, that's not appropriate to speak that verse in there, because the historical value versus music today has a different meaning, you know what I mean? And I got to be cognizant of what I'm speaking on, and speaking on a good fortitude and a foundation that I can bag up. You know what I mean? you know, and why is it a demon? What's the historical, what's the historical value of it? And what's the historical origins of it? What's black versus white, and what's proving to belong? And that's where I'm talking about meltdowns and self-sabotage. You know, you're not, as a culture, we're taught to be receptive. We're not taught to be ambitious and go, a lot of friends that I have, they're taught to build homes and become carpenters and plumbers and silver streamliners and strippers, and heavy machine operators. And I did all of that. I became a heavy machine operator. I operated, 10-ton, 20-ton press machines. I've been through the gamut, and I appreciate, what I'm saying? I'm definitely a union worker till the day I die, when I have jobs in positions like that, pouring steel down in South Beloit, Illinois, whether I was doing steel in Milwaukee at Steel Tech, whether I was doing telemarketing at Sears in Milwaukee over on Wisconsin Road, you know what I mean? Whether I was working at a Walgreens next to nothing on Tatonia and Silver Spring, whether I was washing dishes up in Beloit, Wisconsin, whether I was, doing injection molding, up in Skokie, Illinois, Niles, Illinois, whether I was, doing, personal training, at Bally's in Chicago, Illinois, or, Arlington Heights or Lake Forest, or going personally to high-end quality people houses. How did I navigate, you know? And what are the origins, and how do you overcome, childish manners? I'm 51. How do I overcome tearing up things that were inherently inbred in me? You know, so why would you say it's inherently inbred in you? Because as you're being beaten or hit, anything you play with, you're going to do role reversal. You're going to become the strong one, and you're going to take your little, paper mache doll or your rag doll, and you're going to spank it, and you're going to tell it that is wrong. You know. Let me see. Can the microphone pick it up? Blue. Oh, damn it. Yeah, I'm gonna let that ride because the damn cat. She looking at her cat videos with the birds and all. And let me see. Yeah, living pretty good. Can't complain. You know, house looking good. Come on, skip it. But I tell you, I'll never do that again. So we all right. Good. It's, you couldn't hear that first, but life happens. Life happens. You know, so you're gonna role reverse, and you're gonna take the actions that were done to you. You're gonna do it to whatever you're playing with. You know what I mean? And yeah, we in Victor Strong. You know what I'm saying? Got to be infected, baby. You know. And so as you start to role reverse, you know, say like yesterday, boom, I'm getting YouTube up, I'm getting Facebook up. I got to get another phone. Why do I got to get another phone? Because I took one of my phones, it wasn't loading fast enough, and I bashed it on a marble countertop. The phone did not survive the marble countertop. It didn't. And it was a Z Fold 3. Woo! Uh, my feelings hurt. But you know what? You got to grow up. I'm feeling a little disturbed because I missed my third phone. And the new one is coming. And it's things like that, or letting tickets double, or going out spending money on things that I know I don't want or shouldn't get. But we're not back there. We're at no more. We way past that. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, what is it? What is a way to overcome it? But we're gonna slide back around the corner. With we running down the basketball court, we bouncing, but we're gonna throw a pass behind our back. We're gonna catch it on the left side, and we're gonna be back in the 1800s. You know, so like as these actions are enacted upon you, you know what I mean? They tend to become dormant because you go about your daily life and you start to move, you know what I mean? And I'll be sitting there and I could just see myself, I'll get so mad. And I'll be like, okay, I'll just punch the shit out of this TV. You know what I mean? The TV ain't gonna fight me back. You know what I'm saying? The computer ain't gonna fight me back. The phone didn't fight back. You know what I mean? And it's things like that. That's the self-sabotage to say, and where did that come from? Well, I was given instructions like this. When you go into a store, say it's the first of the month, and we walking from Hillside Projects in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, down to the Currency Exchange, down to the Grand Avenue Mall. You know what I mean? You get some 14.99 Pro Wings. You know what I mean? Now, if you buy 3 kids, 14.99 Pro Wings, that's $60 right there. $6. You got 3 kids. Boom. So that's that. Say we go up to Rocky Rococo, everybody get a slice of pizza. You know what I mean? Back then it was $1.85. So that's another $6 plus her, you know what I mean? And whatever she's doing. So that's another $15, $16. So you already $75 down. Then plus she's smoking a good herb. So you're already down $100. So 586. You know, boom. You gotta go get groceries for 4 people. You know what I mean? Groceries for 4 people gonna hit you about 200, but she spent about 120. You know what I mean? A lot of snackables, a lot of ramens, a lot of bread, a lot of jiffy, a lot of cornbread, a lot of eggs. No real plans of meals. Just kind of happen. You know, and as a frustration, so and then you got rent. So rent was like 3 something. So boom, you're already down to 20 or $10. And that type of frustration can lead you to be mad at the people around you. You get disciplines like this. You eat too much. Why are your feet growing so big? You need to stop growing. You eating me out of house and home. If and then if you get hungry again, you can't possibly be hungry. Go to bed. And then if they catch you sneezing, in the kitchen and getting food, then they put their hands on you. Then anything they you do, they put their hands on you. You know what I mean? So you develop an internal rage, an internal anger, an internal view of self that you deserve everything that you're getting, that you deserve to be hit, that you deserve to be talked down to, that you deserve to be made to feel like nothing. And I'm gonna say that's bullshit. And I'm gonna abide by the community standards of Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Because I definitely do not want to be shut off. But it is what it is. What it ain't, it should never be. I'm gonna talk to you real. And why do most of the time they say, oh, they all, cuddled up on the corner. Like I said, when you got somebody sitting in a rocking chair with a goddamn shotgun and some dogs that's known to eat human flesh, that's known to hunt you down. You're gonna stand in front of the place where you feel the safest, and you're gonna party, and you're gonna understand that I can't go no further than this. And that's inherently passed down. You know, when I look all over the world and I see that every world has a ghetto, and I look at, I'm 51 years old, and you understand, I still love to go out and hang on the corner. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna even lie. At 51 years old, I will sit here, get dressed, you know what I'm saying, put the big itchy, a little sustenance, a little protection. My little homie go with me under dick, and we go out, and we violate them streets, you know, we violate them streets and we move. And what is the historical value of the meltdown and the self-sabotage? Because when you can only kick it in small pockets in front of the cabin, and we're in front of the light so people can see you, and while you sitting there chilling, somebody dip off because they're going north with whatever Big Mama gave them, you know? And when you look at the person that you love the most, that's supposed to be taking care of you, and they steadily introducing pain into your life rhythms and your atmospheric projections and your vibrations. The axe does not remember the tree. Therefore, the trees remember the axe inherently. They know the blade of the axe. So when Paul Bunyan or the lumberjack is coming, if the axe is on the lumberjack's shoulder, the trees can hear the rustle of the boots and the movement of the blue jeans or the overalls that are coming, and the weight and the magnitude in which the lumberjack is walking. Or if the lumberjack is walking and he's dragging the axe on the ground because of the sound that it makes against the dirt and the rocks and the trees, to make the trees tremble and to make them bow into submission to being cut down at their roots. Can you imagine being cut at your ankles and then falling over and having no type of defense or anything against that? You understand? Hmm. It is what it is. How do I overcome these meltdowns, and how do I focus in on the traits? I'm already focused in on the trait. That's why I'm talking about it. Now the plan of action is to understand the trait and to open it up in front of the world so somebody can learn from my mistakes. So somebody can, elevate and not, turn left or go right, but go up or go down, but make their own way, chop the trees down. You know what I mean? And like I said, eczema is kicking my Aztec. Oof. And I tell you, the Willie Lynch theory was perpetual. And even though it goes against different colors of darker tone and lighter tone black people. It also goes in effect of self-hatred, because when you can't get things done or you get frustrated and you tear up the controller, or somebody has a conniption at 2 years old and they flopping out on the floor, you know what I mean? Those are traditional habits that are taught. That's what those are, you know? And how do I know it? Because I've been around the block a few times. I've been around the block a few times. And then, white police showing out for the black cop. And what I meant to say by saying that, way back when you had the house, when you had the house, when you had the house servants, I'm gonna say, or the house figures, you know, when you had the house figures, they did different things, to show that they belong. To show that they belong, they would administer such an unpleasant form of misery unto the people that the people would fear the house figure more than the oppressor. Oh, it's Black History Month. I'm gonna talk to you. Kyle Kennard. Look up Kyle Kennard. Keenard. Kyle. Kyle. Look up Kyle Kennard. A lot of people think that the civil rights was kicked off by Martin Luther King. There were way many more atrocities. Kyle Kennard is the real spark that sparked off civil rights. There was one other before Rosa Parks, and I got to go back and research and get her name. But they didn't feel that she would be accepted as a national figure because we were too dark. You know your history, Black people. And people, it is 2024. It is time to vote. Hey, make sure you use your power to vote. Please do not be one of them people who talking about, I don't vote. I'm just not going to vote. You know what I'm saying? It's one way or the other. And your vote counts. You know what I'm saying? And people, I'm not going to swing you one way or other, but be smart and use the power of your vote, because when you don't understand who controls what's going on in this country, and you got to fight back, because democracy is a beautiful experiment, and it's delicate, and it's something that should last, and it's under attack by racism daily, and people, if you like the liberties that you have and you want to continue to understand and build a better world, you better use your power to vote. You better use your power to vote. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, when you understand your aldermen, your mayors, your state representative, the judicial system for the county and state for which you are in, you can change those laws. You can put those judges in there. You have the power with the power of your vote. You know what I'm saying? Use it. You know what I mean? That's how you change these damn laws. When they put people in places to make laws against the people. America is about the power of the people. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. You know what I mean? And that's just what it is. And they, like I said, they would administer. We're going down the court, between one leg, between other leg, behind the back, alley-oop, boom, back to the 1800s, back to the days where there was no laws, where there were no street lights, where when the darkness came, you heard the thickness of the darkness. You heard the spirits of the darkness, and you seen what could come in the dark. And it was not pleasant, and it was unsightly, and it was ungodly, and unmajestic, materially so, to cause pain and havoc onto you. We talking, you know what I mean? And I want to give a big shout out, to an Eastern Star, you know what I'm saying, named Jackie, you know what I mean? She doing her thing. Thank you for sending me those stars, you know what I mean? And thank you for Kim, for supporting me as well, and thank you for Sean and a few other people that has supported me and sent me stars. I appreciate y'all. For everybody else out there, send your man some stars. I'm not begging, I'm not talking or squawking. You know what I'm saying? I'm just reaching and teaching. Each one reaches one, teaches one, and I'm gonna get at you. You know what I mean? What's my name? They call me Michael Coates, baby. You know what I mean? But you can call me motivation, but I never buy you a drink. I'm gonna just give you a rose and say, hey, you know what I'm saying? You super fine as wine. You know what I mean? But hell, damn commercial. Oh, God damn it. Stop. Turn it off. Ooh. Damn. Now, I'm going to be a hater. I ain't going to even lie. I ain't going to even lie. I'm going to be a hater. I'm going to be a hater for a minute. Now, y'all see this beautiful, wonderful strawberry cupcake. Y'all see that damn thing is infused. I love the life I am living. The Blaze Bakery up in Northbrook, I swear to God, these products right here, I hope y'all live in a state where it's legal. Because, man, I'm telling you, we moving and grooving as we go. How do I overcome this demon? You know what I mean? And how do I perpetually get this out of my spirit? Because there's a magnetic force. I'll be seeing something like today. I'm sitting in my car and the phone wouldn't connect to the hands-free link for like 10 minutes. And I'm like, Mike, you just need to just listen to the radio and drive off. And I'm like, no, this is going to do what it do. Because things are meant to do what they do. They don't have a mind of their own. They can't just act a certain way. It is what it is, and what it ain't, it should never be. You know what I'm saying? Just like that. But then I hear that voice inside me. Tear this motherfucker up. You know what I mean? Like this mother. Tear it up. Like I should just punch it. You know what I'm saying? I'm strong. I could just get at it. You know what I mean? Just tear it up, Mike. Tear it up. Tear it up. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna even worry about it. You got a big daddy. And then I come back to my mind and be like, I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? And thank you for welcoming me into your hearts, your minds, your homes, you know what I mean? And taking your time, you know what I mean? And elevating, and moving you, through, what it means to be a street talking motivational speaker, making myself, as the sacrifice for what I'm talking about. So somebody can learn from my mistakes or the experiences that I've been through, and or listen to a template or a diagram for success and how to get out of a hole that you're in currently. You know what I mean? And just like that, when you hit a drum, and it's time to march. So today I was talking about meltdowns and self-sabotage. What's the historical value of it? Where does it come from, and how does it perpetuate on its own cycle to be constantly ever present in someone's life? If you're known for tearing up something or busting windows or breaking walls, when I was a child, I spoke and think as a child, but as a grown man, I will be more mature. And that's why I'm exposing that detrimental fault of mine. You know what I mean? Because it has to go. It can't live here no more. It's not paying rent. It ain't paying for no cable. It ain't paying for none of these products. You know what I'm saying? It ain't doing nothing. So it's time to exorcise it. EXOR. Exercise, just like the exorcist. I'm exorcising it out of my spirit and my energy. You got to go. So you got to get up out of here right now. You know what I'm saying? You have been dismissed. Procrastination. You have been dismissed. You can go now. That's why I got the window open. You can go now. You have been dismissed, and take this with you. Take this with you. just like that. You know what I mean? And as an exercise and go back to the historical knowledge that I have of it from all of the research that I've done over the years at Central Youth Library, and I still do to this day. Like when I get out of here, I'm watching story television, and when there's still so much that is not known, and they have a museum of they have a museum. I don't know where it's at, but I'll know where it's at by tomorrow. And it has all of the paraphernalia and all of the advertising, of Jim Crow and Black Negative, like how we eat watermelon and how Jim Crow was made. It was a vaudeville actor. He painted himself black and he named the character Jim Crow, and that became the name of the laws. You know, and the meltdowns come from being beat. The meltdowns come from wanting you to assimilate to whatever the rules and disciplines are then and are of now. I'm not with those disciplines that were then and are of now. you know and today is episode 2 of Meltdowns. You know what I mean? And self-sabotage. What is the historical value and where did it come from? You know what I mean? And what does it mean to a culture of people? And what did the Willie Lynch theory and its perpetual axis, how did it affect Black people? And how does it continue to affect us as a culture hundreds of years later, even 1,000 years later? My name is Michael Coates. You know what I mean? My friends call me Conversation. I am the voice of choice, and I would like to say, it has been a pleasure. Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. through 7 p.m. I am available on Facebook, on Instagram, on Facebook at Michael Coates, Michaelcoates, and I am on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? OGKUSHMIL, OG Kushmill. You know what I mean? But that will direct you right to the page to 1438 North Ninth, the podcast. You know what I'm saying? It's a Hillside production. And my brother Brian Fitzgerald Coates said, it's been a pleasure talking to y'all, and he loves coming down, with the grace and feeling it. I see you, little bro. I love you, dog, and you got to keep moving, just like that. Give my brother a big kiss, love him to that. Give my sister a kiss, give my mama a kiss, my nieces, my nephew, and everybody else. And that's for the people that call themselves my relatives. Y'all stink ass know who y'all are, bitches. Just like that there. I don't feel no sense of loss. Damn it. Let's rock and then roll. You know what I mean? Like I said, today was episode 2, and you have had the esteemed pleasure of being in my company. You know what I'm saying? My name is Conversation. They call me Conversation to the Mizai. You know what I mean? Tell your mama I said hi, and tell your sister I said don't ask why. You know what I mean? It has been good. It has been great. I will see you tomorrow. You know what I mean? Tomorrow is Saturday, and usually, are we going on Saturday? Yes, we shall do Saturday. You know what I mean? Let's do it just because. You know what I mean? Definitely, we shall. And it will be a special edition because I have to do a 3rd episode of this. Meltdowns and the historical value, of self-sabotage. Where did it come from? How does it perpetuate on its own axis? How does it delineate us as a culture? Black culture, for which I love so much. You know what I'm saying? I am your voice of choice, the host with the most. You know what I'm saying? Michael Coates, it has been good. And whatever you're doing out there, all Black men, I want to give you kings a big shout out and tell you that the more you show your feelings and show who you are and be prideful and respectful of who you are and plan. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. You know what I'm saying? And as you grow and develop with guidance and discipline, you'll find a greater discovery within yourself. You know what I'm saying? And no one always move in the 6 points of the world. You know what I'm saying? All shades of blue. The sky's limited. So is my love for you. You know what I mean? Show your and express your feelings and stop putting your hands on people that don't deserve the pain. You know what I'm saying? Express yourself, Black men. I love y'all. You know what I mean? And anybody out there, you know what I'm saying? And I want to say thank y'all. There's a learning curve to this. I am cleaning out my closet. I am talking about things, that hurt me. I am talking about my successes, and I just want to say, let the let the let the let the let the light come on in your head from the darkness to the night as I travel, you know what I'm saying? And as I move through this earth, you know what I'm saying? As I move easterly, you know what I mean? With a northerly minded thinking, know that the stars will take care of you. To all the eastern stars out there, I want to say, travel light sisters, I love y'all. You know what I mean? What it do, what it means to be a Mason Brothers of Light 1105. As I move and groove through this world, I want to say, God bless y'all, respect y'all, peace. It has been good. It has been great. It is the morning, evening, and now it is late. I am conversation. They call me Ms. Ike. It has been a pleasure. And thank you. I humbly thank you for allowing me your time, patience, and respect. Thank you very much. You have a blessed night. Whatever you do tonight, ladies, be safe. Men's, carry your case. Keep your itchy. Don't keep no strafe. Get at it. You know what I'm saying? Be strong in what you do. Know the consequences to your actions and know the benefits to your request. It has been good. Peace, y'all.